It's another Skyline Conference Tuesday here at the Hornets' Nest as they host the Klamath Union Pelicans. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Bowling. These teams meeting for the second time this season. The first meeting at Klamath Union back on January 9th. The Pelicans played the Hornets close for about a quarter. They led 12-10 with 1:18 left in the first, but in those 17 seconds, Henley went on an 11-1 run, thanks in part to 3 KU turnovers, and it was on from there. Hornets ended up winning 74-36, largest win over Klamath Union in 11 years. Give you a quick look at the standings here in the Skyline Conference. You see Henley 5-0, ranked number 3 in 4A according to the OSAA computer rankings. Klamath Union tied for second with Phoenix, fighting for an automatic bid to the playoffs. If they were to finish third, they would have to compete in a play-in game. Klamath Union has possession to open this one. Jasmine Wilson on the top of the key, sending it over and in for a bucket. That's Lisette Wata putting Klamath Union on the board first. Driving in, Modine misses the shot. Shade recovers the offensive board. Wide open underneath, Michaela Schroeder. Andy Harmon over to Anissa Jimenez. This is Wilson, guarded tightly by Modine, sending it over to Wata. Can't finish in the paint. A shot from Wata would not go. Shade brings it up the other way. Modine for 3. Got it. Possessed by Harmon. She gives it to him to Bella Armijo. Tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pelicans. Brief delay for Lily Fassell to tie her shoe, and we're back underway. Taken away by Fassell. Modine. Handing it off to Shade. Flips it to Harper. Harper, step back. No good off the glass. Armijo grabs the rebound, comes away with it. Dishes it to Jimenez. Now to Wata. Jasmine Wilson. Jimenez. This is Wata. Drive to the hoop and a foul. 2 free throws coming for Lisette Wata. Had 7 points, 3 steals, 2 rebounds, 2 assists against Henley last time. Makes the first free throw. Second one misses. Shade brings it up court. Looking for a lane. Pass to Fussell ends up going out of bounds. It was off a Klamath Union player, so it'll stay with the Hornets. And now it's Wata taking a pause to tie her shoe. Shade to inbound. Looking. Into Schroeder. Schroeder, turnaround. And off the glass. Full court press for Henley. Jimenez able to get it across. Over to Wilson. Wilson. Into the paint. Over to Wata. She's unable to keep it in bounds. .5:05 to go in the first quarter. Henley up 7-3. Shade brings it up. Harper fouled by Armijo. Shade gets set to inbound. Into Harper. Now Fussell. Fussell loses it, picks it back up, dribbles into the corner. She's pressured, and Harmon was tapping it out of bounds. Shade to inbound now. Gets it to Harper on the baseline. Back out to Fussell. Modine. Harper, past the defender, fouled on the layup. So Anna Harper to the line for Henley's first free throws of the night. Misses the first. She had 9 points, 5 rebounds against Klamath Union last time. She goes 0 for 2. Armijo grabs the board, comes away with it. Dishes to Harmon. Back up to Farah Zumwalt. This is Wata. Harmon. Jimenez. Gets a screen. Intercepted by Shade, intended for Zumwalt. Here's Modine now. Kicks it back to Shade. Shade will drive. Misses the layup. Farah Zumwalt. Anissa Jimenez looking at Harmon. She finds her way to the rack. Back to a 2-point game, 3:38 to go. Here's Bailey Ladner. Top of the key three from Modine will not fall. Armijo, the uncontested board. This is Jimenez. Into Harmon. It pops out. Second chance won't go. Wata grabs the rebound, and she is fouled. Lisette Wata back to the free throw line with a chance to tie it up. Two subs getting ready to check in for Henley, 3 for Klamath Union. Wata knocks in the first free throw. Senya Campos and Leah Segura in for KU. Wata misses the second. Shade gets the board. Shade charging into the paint, loses the ball. It'll stay with Henley. Shade looking. Gets it to Fasell. Fasell puts it up on the baseline. It won't fall. Schroeder and one on the putback. Kayla Schroeder, the freshman, looking to complete the and one. She misses. She's still got 6 of Henley's 9 points here in the first quarter. Here's Wilson, guarded by Shade. Jasmine Wilson floats one in for Segura. Segura loses the handle on it. Able to recover. Pass is tipped. Loose ball comes to Wilson. Over to Araya Miller. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball is lost, but comes right to Segura. She's able to get the shot off, too strong, and into the hands of Fasell. Campos gets set up. Pass off target for Ladner, out of bounds. This is Wilson. Cross midcourt. Loses it, taken away by Shade. Shade blocked but fouled. So Preston Shade, who had a career-high 19 points in the first Klamath Union game, will now try to get her first of the evening, and does on the first free throw. Harper checks in for Schroeder. As Shade goes 2 for 2. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. It's a 5-point lead for Henley, and KU's called for a travel. Here's Shade. Turned over. Araya Miller. Dishes it to Harmon. Over to Zumwalt. Segura through traffic, draws a foul. Third foul of the quarter on Henley. KU has been called for 4. Two subs in for the Pelicans. It's Armijo and Jimenez. Inbound to Jimenez. Finds a cutting Armijo, but she can't finish. Ball's out of bounds, last touched by the Hornets. Jimenez looking to inbound. Official calls time. Conferring with the scorer's table. Doesn't seem like they're going to change anything. Lofted into Armijo. Guarded by Harper. Over to Wilson. Now Jimenez. Jimenez kicks it back out to Miller. Now Wilson. Wilson thought about a 3 instead. Gives it to Jimenez. Jimenez has it poked away from her by Shade. And it looks like KU's called for a 3-second violation. Schroeder and Modine back in for Shade and Ladner as Henley gets the ball back with 1:13 to play in the first quarter. This is Modine. Over to Fussell. Modine to Campos, taken away by Segura. Miller disrupted the pass, out of bounds. It stays with the Pelicans. Ariah Miller to inbound. It's turned over. Campos ahead to Harper. Open layup for her. Pass is nearly too long. Corralled by Miller. Kept in but turned over. Campos will drive and slapped out of bounds by Klamath Union. 34.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Henley gets it back with 28 on the shot clock, or Henley keeps it rather. Inbound to Fussell, mid-range. In and out and in. Fussell with some good luck off the glass. Armijo, guarded by Campos, reverse layup, misses the rim entirely. Free throw line jumper by Miller won't fall. 12 seconds left for the Hornets. Harper in some trouble in the backcourt. Modine racing to get it into the front court. Dish to Campos. She's got room. To the rack. No good. But Henley ends the first quarter with a 15-6 lead over Klamath Union. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Hornets basketball on mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
15-6 lead for Henley as we get ready to start the second quarter. Michaela Schroeder is matching Klamath Union's scoring total by herself. She's got 6. Hornets will start with possession. Preston Shade to inbound at midcourt. Gets it to Harper. Fussell. Modine, long three. That ends up out of bounds, last touched by KU. It may have been a pass. Either way, Hornets keep the ball. Harper, contested turnaround won't go. Shade races for the board. Floated into the paint, too high for Michaela Schroeder. Jimenez gets it into Harmon. Harmon sends it to Wata. Lisette Wata over to Farah Zumwalt. Zumwalt guarded by Shade. Over to Jimenez. Fires into the paint. It's tipped and taken away by Harper. Harper trying to go coast to coast. Can't finish. Given right back to her. And she misses again. Schroeder is fouled on the putback attempt. Michaela Schroeder coming off her 12th double-double of the season. in Henley's 63-42 win at Phoenix on Friday. She had 18 points, 12 rebounds in that one. And Klamath Union calls timeout after she misses her first free throw. We'll take one too. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com. Michaela Schroeder will have one free throw out of this timeout. 7:04 to go in the second quarter. Henley with a 15-6 lead over Klamath Union. After tonight, both teams will be halfway through Skyline Conference play. Henley coming off, as I said, a 63-42 win at Phoenix on Friday. Klamath Union coming off a 39-28 win at Mazama on Thursday. That 21-point win at Phoenix is Henley's closest Skyline Conference game so far. Schroeder misses the second free throw. Zumwalt grabs the board and is into the front court. Bounce it to Wata, gets it back from her. Into the paint for Segura. Her shot won't fall. Schroeder the board. Shade. Plenty of space behind the arc. She'll drive. Put it up. Off the rim. Rebound popped into the hands of Jimenez. Jimenez firing ahead to Wata. Keeps it in bounds, but sends it right to Schroeder. Modine in transition. Finds Harper. Harper unable to receive it cleanly. Henley does take possession. Shade three won't go. Schroeder chases it down in the corner. Hornets get reset. Here's Modine. Over to Fussell. Shade. Pulls a three. That one won't go. Wata grabs the rebound. Wata in transition. Fouled on the shot. Two more free throws for Lisette Wata. She is 2 of 4 so far this evening. She makes the first one. Wata, the lone sophomore on the varsity roster for Klamath Union. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. This is Shade. Pass to Schroeder in traffic, ends up being a turnover. Wata. To an open Armijo. Armijo denied. Anna Harper making her presence felt down low. Shade. Flips it into the corner for Fussell. Baseline drive. Foul. Fussell was just a bit short of a double-double in the first Klamath Union game. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 steals. 2 points so far tonight. Misses the first free throw, and again, John Nahar calls a timeout. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. Klamath Union trailing 15-8 here on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
One more free throw coming for Lily Fussell. She makes it. This is Harmon. Jimenez. Harmon. Going inside to Armijo. Now back out to Jasmine Wilson. Wilson loses it on the drive. It falls to Lisette Wata. Wata shakes Lily Fussell and gets the bucket. Lisette Wata has 8 of Klamath Union's 10 points so far. Pass too high for Schroeder, tipped out of bounds by Harmon. Campos and Ladner checking in for Modine and Fussell. Shade to inbound. Fires to Ladner. Back to Shade. Harper bumped. Ball comes back to Shade. Now she goes to Schroeder. Schroeder can't receive it cleanly. Sends it back to Shade for a three that won't go. And Jimenez grabs the rebound. Wilson. Space for a three. Off the rim. Loose ball. Picked up by Wata. Wilson. Jimenez. Wilson sends it to Armijo. Three from Wata pops out. Shade the other way. Shade through the defense. Shot won't go. Schroeder fouled on the putback. Schroeder makes the first free throw. And makes the second. Back to an 8-point Henley lead. Bella Armijo in transition. Wata backing down Shade, sends the shot off the bottom of the rim. 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Shade. Campos thought about a three. Dispossessed by by Jimenez. Recovers the ball and now is tied up with Bella Armijo. Possession arrow points to Klamath Union. Wilson into Jimenez. Here's Wilson. Flips it into Armijo. Loses it. Campos ahead to Fussell. That's good. Ten-point lead for the Hornets. 2:53 to go in the first half. This is Wilson. Wilson spins her way into the paint, puts up a shot, won't go. Wata's putback misses. Harmon keeps it alive, sends it out to Wilson. Jasmine Wilson fires into Harmon. Harmon fouled. Michaela Schroeder on her and gets called for the foul. Andy Harmon, 8 points, 6 rebounds against Henley last time. She misses the first free throw. Oh for 2 from the line. Schroeder grabs the rebound. Ahead to Campos. Campos drives, travels. Jimenez throws it ahead. Zumwalt. Wata sends it off the rim. Into Zumwalt, guarded by Fassel. Campos disrupts her. Ball comes to Harmon. Harmon has it taken away by Ladner and into the hands of Schroeder. Harmon then fouls Schroeder, trying to apply some pressure. And that, I believe, is the 5th foul of the quarter. No, 4th. Somebody just very quick to update the scoreboard. Campos, guarded by Jimenez. Modine. 1:40 to go. Flips it to a cutting Fassel. Fassel ends up in a tie-up. Possession arrow points to Henley. Anna Harper checking back in. Replacing Schroeder, no, replacing Campos. Both bigs out there for Henley to close out this half, and Schroeder's bucket pops out. Harper is fouled on the putback attempt. Harper, an honorable mention All-State selection last season as a junior. Was first team All-Tournament at the state championships after averaging 14 points and a little over 10 rebounds over Henley's 3 games. She actually led the tournament in rebounding. Makes the first free throw here. Second one won't fall. Ball is loose, picked up by Harmon. Ahead, Wata. Wata trying to go all the way, can't finish. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pelicans. Modine, Harper, flip to Fassel, shot blocked by Harmon. Armijo in transition, kicks it to Jimenez. Zumwalt over to Wata. Shot won't go. Armijo out to Jimenez. Zumwalt at the elbow, floats it into Harmon for the bucket. That ends a lengthy scoring drought for Klamath Union. Just their second field goal of the second quarter. 30 seconds left in the half. Ends up out of bounds. It will be Henley ball. Modine brings it up. 22 seconds left. Modine. Bounce pass is turned over. On the other side, loose ball. Wata goes down hard. Possession arrow points to Klamath Union. 11.5 seconds on the clock. Wata to inbound. Into Zumwalt. Almost has it ripped away from her by Campos. Gets it to Jimenez. 5 seconds. Hand it to Wata. She's bothered. Gets the shot off. It won't go. And that is how we'll end the first half. It's a rock fight here at the Hornets' Nest. Henley up 21-12 at the break. I'm Matt Bowling. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Halftime here at Henley, and it's a 21-12 lead for the Hornets girls over Klamath Union. Second meeting of the season between these two teams, which will be followed by the boys' team squaring off. You can see them there warming up on the court now. Henley so far not able to break off a big run like they had in the first game to really seize control of this game. Hornets actually only had one field goal in the second quarter. Klamath Union had two. Give you a look at the individual scoring. For Henley, Michaela Schroeder has 8. Lily Fassell has 5. Kennedy Modine and Anna Harper both have 3. Preston Shade has 2. For Klamath Union, it's Lisette Wata with 8, Andy Harmon with 4. The Hornets gave up just 6 points in each of the first 2 quarters. Haven't quite been able to put the ball in the basket super well themselves. They have succeeded in earning trips to the free throw line. That's where the majority of their second quarter points came from. Interesting, Kennedy Modine's three-pointer in the first quarter comes after the teams played a game the first meeting in which neither of them made a three-pointer. In that game, Henley also took advantage of 37 Klamath Union turnovers. Give you another look at the standings in case you weren't here for the beginning of the game, or for the pregame. Henley undefeated in Skyline Conference play right now. Klamath Union in second, tied for second with Phoenix. The way it works in 4A, in case you're unfamiliar, is the top two teams in each conference get a guaranteed bid to the 16-team playoff field. The third place team in each conference has to play a play-in game against another third place team to earn a spot. It's only conference games left for Phoenix, or for Klamath Union, excuse me. They play Phoenix next after Henley this Friday. Head over the hill to face the Pirates. Henley does have one more non-conference game before the end of the regular season. That's this Friday against Marist Catholic. Hornets have been sprinkling in some of those challenging non-league games. And I say challenging, Marist Catholic is number 6, in the OSAA 4A computer rankings, which, as you can see, is a great deal higher than all of Henley's other conference opponents. During their couple weeks ago, Henley traveled to 5A Summit and pulled off a notable upset, winning 53-49 on the road. Those are the kind of games that Randy Denson wants to sprinkle within what has been and will likely continue to be a pretty easy conference schedule for the Hornets. Those are the games that not only can really help boost their seeding more than these conference games can, but will prepare them for the teams that they're going to be facing when they likely reach the state tournament once again. About 3 minutes left on the halftime clock. It's a 21-12 lead for the Hornets over the Pelicans. We'll take another break. I'm Matt Bowling. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Just about ready for the start of the second half here at Henley. We talked about the Hornets getting back to the state tournament, but Klamath Union is coming off their best finish at the state tournament in program history last season. Pelicans finished 4th. Also ended up with a record of 19-4, the second most wins in program history. Graduated 5 seniors from that team, though, all major contributors. So a bit of a rebuilding season for John Nahar and company. Henley starts the second half with a ball. Wide open 3 for Modine, won't fall. Rebound is batted around, ends up out of bounds, last touched by the Pelicans. Shade, quick inbound to Harper, too strong on the shot. Rebound comes to Shade. Modine drives, disrupted. Wata comes away with it. Jimenez, Jasmine Wilson. Wilson kicks it up to Armijo. Now Harmon. Jimenez, corner 3, comes up short for Wilson. Schroeder gets the board. Here's Shade. Harper, back to Shade. Shade threads the needle to Fassell, who gets fouled on the reverse layup attempt. Lily Fassell was a second-team All-Skyline Conference selection last year. Makes the first free throw. Second one won't fall. Harmon grabs the board. Ahead to an open Wata. She loses the dribble, out of bounds. Would have had a good look at the basket if she'd been able to keep a hold of that. Here comes Shade. Handing it to Harper. Harper with a lane, too strong. Schroeder chases it down, gets it through 2 defenders, sends it to Fassell, whose floater won't fall. Fassell disrupting it, sends it out of bounds. It'll stay with KU. Turned over. Modine for 3. No. Wilson trying to go coast to coast. Loses it out of bounds. Henley ball. Shade. Over to Modine, now Fassell. Fassell feeds Schroeder, foul. Michaela Schroeder had 23 points, 14 rebounds against Klamath Union in the first game. She's up to 9 points now with that made free throw. Farrah Zumwalt checks out for Araya Miller. As Schroeder makes the second free throw. Henley doubling up Klamath Union here in the third quarter, 24-12. 5:50 on the clock. Here's Wilson. Turnover. taken away by Shade, and she's fouled. Shade brings it up. Modine. Facel pulls a three. Won't go. Comes back to her. Tries again from the corner. That time it's good. Hornets up 15, 5:15 to go in the third. Harmon. Timeout called by Klamath Union. We'll take one too. I'm Matt Bowling. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Henley with a solid start to the third quarter here. Outscoring Klamath Union 6-0 through the first 2 minutes, 52 seconds. Got their largest lead of the night, 15 points. Araya Miller to inbound. Gets it to Bella Armijo. Armijo looking at Harmon. Harmon gets it to go over Schroeder. Harper on the other end. Now Facel. Modine. Back out to Harper. Shade. Down low, Facel, turnaround, no good. Facel taps the ball out of bounds. It'll be an inbound for the Pelicans. Modine and Harper check out. Ladner and Campos check in. Here's Armijo. Flipping it to Jimenez. Jimenez looking into the paint now, fires over to Miller. In the paint, tipped, taken away. Facel sends it to Shade. Pass too soft and intercepted by Armijo. Now it's intercepted, almost intercepted by Facel. Jimenez was able to get a shot off, but it wouldn't go. Facel, corner three, no good. Comes back to her, she drives, can't hit. Taken away by Harmon. Harmon to Armijo. Three from Wata off the mark. Shade corrals the board. Shade, floater, no. Harmon ahead to Miller. Miller almost loses it, gets it to Wata, who puts it in off the glass. Three minutes left in the third. Shade with a lane scores. Araya Miller. Anissa Jimenez, guarded by Shade. It is taken away by Campos. Shade misses the layup. Here's Jimenez, rifling one to Miller, who lays it in. Miller, just the third Pelican to score tonight, her first bucket of the game. Here's Shade, finding a lane, too strong. Miller, pickpocketed by Schroeder. Campos the other way. Campos spinning and scoring. A tough bucket for the junior. Out of bounds. It's going to be a KU turnover. Schroeder checks out for Harper. Miller checks out for Segura, Armijo checks out for Segura. I didn't see who checked in for Miller. Here's Shade. Long two. Rattles in. Back to a 15-point Henley lead. A minute 32 to go in the third. Open. Jimenez misses the three. Campos. Harper. Stops. Fouled. Anna Harper with 3 points so far tonight. We told you she was honorable mention All-State last season. She was first team All-State in softball. Played outfield, helped Henley reach the 4A championship game for the second year in a row. She makes both free throws here. So now Klamath Union will try to answer. Travel called on Jimenez. Ladner throws it into Shade, and she brings it across. Shade kicks it to Harper, and she converts. Jimenez to Wilson. Now to Wata. Her three is off the mark. Ladner keeps the rebound in. Went about full extension on the baseline. Now ahead to Harper on the other side for a bucket. Back-to-back buckets for Anna Harper, and it's suddenly a 21-point lead for Henley. Wilson can't answer on the other end. Here comes Harper again. She hands it to Fussell. Fussell pulls a three. Misses. Ladner fights for the board. Bounces it inside to Harper. She misses. Fussell comes in and Campos, comes in and gets tied up. .5 seconds on the third quarter clock. Here's Jimenez. Wilson goes inside, has it sent back out of bounds. It'll be Pelicans ball. 3.8 on the clock. Wilson will inbound. Floats it to Jimenez. Jimenez dribbles in, shoots, misses. And once again, Henley holds Klamath Union to 6 points in a quarter. They lead 39-18 as we get ready for the fourth here on mybasin.com.
Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Henley firmly in control of this one, up by 21. Points haven't necessarily been easy to come by for the Hornets tonight, but they've made them a lot harder to come by for the Pelicans. Only allowed 6 points in each quarter. Henley starts with the ball. Here's Shade. Throws it to Harper. Out to Modine. And she's called for the travel. Here's Wilson. Zumwalt. Looking down low, it's intercepted by Harper. She's able to tap it ahead to Ladner only for a moment. It results in a tie-up. And the possession arrow points to KU. This is Farrah Zumwalt to Jasmine Wilson. Floated in. Now back out to Zumwalt. Her three rattles out. Schroeder gets the board. Shade. Floats it in for Schroeder. She cashes in. 12 points now for the freshman, as Wata can't answer on the other end, and Schroeder gets another board and is fouled. Shade with space at the top of the arc. Hands it to Modine. Back to Shade. Ladner over to Harper. Spinning. Too strong. Schroeder has the rebound taken away from her. Ahead to Wata. Wata creating space, comes up short. Looks like ball's out of bounds. It'll go to Henley. Shade. Hands it to Modine. She pulls a three and misses. Zumwalt. 5:40 to go. Wilson into Armijo. Armijo tried to float it to Segura, but it's out of bounds. Here's Modine to Senya Campos. Campos splits the defense, loses the ball. Head to Armijo. Armijo has it taken back for a moment by Campos. Looked like Wata was able to rescue it. Harmon. Zumwalt. Long two rattles in. Modine gets tied up. The possession arrow points to Henley. Substitution for the Pelicans. Lisette Wata checking out for Araya Miller. Seems Wata was a bit shaken up there. Putback goes for Anna Harper. Zumwalt inside to Harmon, and a foul is called. Miller throws it into Jimenez. Her mid-range is short. Modine ahead to Ladner. Ladner. Schroeder gets the rebound and gets fouled. Well, I told you Schroeder's basketball career at Henley. Well, hang on. Looks like they're changing it from a shooting foul to a foul on the floor. So Schroeder will not go to the free throw line. Campos will inbound and get it to Harper. Modine to Fassell. Looking inside for Schroeder, it's a turnover. Here's Zumwalt. Miller. Inside Harmon. Gets the bucket. 4 minutes left in this one. Campos pulls a three and misses. Fassell chases down the rebound. Campos tries again. That one won't go. Ahead, Jimenez dodges Modine for the layup. Back the other way, Fassell knocks down the mid-range. Zumwalt guarded by Fassell. And Fassell called for the foul. Schroeder and Modine checking out. Ladner throws it into Shade. Shade. Free throw line jumper. Pops out. Ladner putback won't go. Foul on the floor. It's against Henley. Here's Zumwalt. Miller misses. Jimenez fouled on the rebound. .259 left in the fourth quarter. Henley up by 21. Foul count is now 3 each. Armijo scores off the inbound. Harper won't go. Wilson. Campos couldn't keep a hold of it. Lisette Wataw going to inbound. Into Wilson. Puts it up and in off the glass. Back the other way. Harper for three. Got it! Harper is capable of hitting from beyond the arc. She's done it a couple times this season. Armijo earns a trip to the free throw line on the other side. Armijo, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals against Henley last time. Misses the first free throw. Makes the second. Shade. Floater off the rim. The other way, an open layup for Lisette Wataw. Fussell sends it off the side of the backboard. I should note that if you're wondering where in the world is Josh Eldridge tonight, he is at Cross Point Christian as the Warriors are hosting a couple of big league matchups as Fussell gets fouled against Rogue Valley Adventist Academy. At the start of the fourth quarter, the Warriors girls are trailing 32-29. That game is also on mybasin.com. Fussell makes the first free throw. Modine and Campos checking in for Shade and Harper. Two for two trip to the line for Fussell. A minute 27 to go. Wilson. Looking in the paint, but way too far ahead of Armijo. Here's Modine, handing it to Fussell. Fussell charging through the lane, misses. Wilson dodges Modine, misses the layup. Loose ball picked up by Campos. Under a minute to go. Campos feeds Fussell, misses from the baseline. Foul on the floor. Andy Harmon checks out for Leah Segura. Ladner off the inbound. Those are her first points of the game. Seems the scoreboard's frozen up. Now it's going again. 50 seconds. Armijo turnaround misses. Schroeder gets the board. Ahead to Fussell. Fussell misses. Second chance won't go. Schroeder, that one won't go. And finally a fourth try gets in. Almost intercepted by Campos. Comes to Armijo, who misses the wide open shot. Kept in bounds by Schroeder. Rifled ahead to an open Facel for a layup. And that, I think, is how we're going to end this one. 3 seconds to go. Half-court heave. And Henley wraps up a 54-31 win over Klamath Union. We'll take a break, get you your scoring on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. This is Henley Basketball on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but Henley gets the job done. Another commanding Skyline Conference win, 56-31 over Klamath Union. Real quickly, your individual scoring. Lily Facel leading all scorers with 15. Michaela Schroeder and Anna Harper with 14 each. Harper had 11 in the second half. Preston Shade with 6, Kennedy Modine with 3, Senya Campos and Bailey Ladner with 2 each. Those are your scores for Henley. For Klamath Union, Lisette Wata with 12, Andy Harmon with 8, Bella Armijo with 3, Araya Miller, Jasmine Wilson, Anissa Jimenez, and Farah Zumwalt all with 2. We're going to step aside and get set up for the boys' game. That's coming up in about 12 and a half minutes, according to the warm-up clock. You don't have to go anywhere. We will be broadcasting on this same stream, so just keep it right here. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching high school basketball on mybasin.com. Hello and welcome, or welcome back if you were with us for the girls' game, to Henley High School, where the Hornets host Klamath Union in a crucial Skyline Conference matchup for both teams' playoff hopes. I'm Matt Bowling. We'll get into this matchup a little bit more in our pregame show after this break here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley and Klamath Union both come into this game on 5-game losing streaks. Henley's last win was against 3A Lapine on January 7th. Klamath Union's last win was against Henley on January 9th. That was a tight game. Pelicans held on for a 54-51 win as the Hornets missed 2 looks at a game-tying 3 in the final 10 seconds. But Both of these teams in the bottom two spots of the Skyline Conference standings, currently out of the playoff picture. Klamath Union 1-4, Henley 0-5. A win here would be crucial for either team to keep those playoff hopes alive, while a loss would be perhaps another nail in the coffin. We have one more break to take. Tip-off on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. This is high school basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Bit of an interesting wrinkle here in the starting lineups. Reese Johnson, who's not even listed on the varsity roster, getting the start for Klamath Union. Pelicans win the tip-off, and we are underway. Bryce Peterson sends it to Grafton Wataw. This is Peterson. At the top of the key, Tilden Kaufman. Now Peterson. Wataw. This is Kaufman up top. Wataw pulls a three, misses. Ibarra rips away the rebound from Glidden. Sends it ahead to Sims. Ibarra looking to drive. Back out to Sims. Up top to Schmerbach. Schmerbach directing Ibarra, throws it to him. It's intercepted by Peterson. Peterson drives and draws a foul. It's on Ibarra, first of the game. Bounced into Wataw. He pulls up and connects. Klamath Union on the board first. 7:05 to go in the first quarter. Ibarra hands it to Montag. Now Schmerbach bouncing it to Ibarra. He pulls a three from the left side and misses. Bryce Peterson comes away with it. Sends it ahead to Kaufman. Tilden Kaufman. Way too high over the head of Bryce Peterson and into the Henley bench. Micah Ibarra. Sent to Carson Sims. Now Schmerbach. Montag, left corner three, connects. (3-2) Henley, 6:17 to go in the first. Bryce Peterson to Grafton Wata. Wata mid-range. Klamath Union back in front, 4-3, 6:02 to go in the first. Ibarra, Schmerbach. Ibarra. Blocked by Wata. Corbin Hamilton tried to take it in from the mid-range. Wata dispossessed. Montag the other way. Montag lays it in. 5-4 Henley. 5:35 to go in the first. Here's Peterson sending it to Reese Johnson. Up top, Wata guarded tightly by Montag. Wata to Kaufman. Kaufman double teamed in front of the Henley bench and draws a foul. Second on Henley, first on Montag. Peterson bounces it to Kaufman. Wata on the left side. Kaufman. Glidden, right side, looking inside for Johnson, and it would not go. Out of bounds, Henley takes it back. Micah Ibarra up to Montag, now Sims. Schmerbach whips it to Montag in the corner. His three won't fall. Bryce Peterson, guarded by Schmerbach, sends it over to Kaufman. Wata, Johnson, Peterson in the corner. Peterson, Schmerbach falls down. Over to Ryan Glidden, now Peterson. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Kaufman. Sends it in for Wata, fouled on the shot. Grafton Wata, 25 points, including 10 in the fourth quarter. The first time these two teams met. Shot 9 of 15 from the field. As far as free throws go, he made a couple with 3:50 to go to give Klamath Union a lead that they would not relinquish. He goes 1 for 2 from the line here to even the game up at 5. Open on the outside. Charlton misses the three. Bryce Peterson comes down with the board. Wata. Peterson. This is Roland Vanerath. This is Wata. Ryan Glidden, guarded tightly by Hamilton, gives it to Bryce Peterson. Reese Johnson. This is Peterson. Peterson shakes Schmerbach, fires it to an open Vanerath for a corner three that would not fall. Intercepted at midcourt by Peterson. Johnson for three. No good. Rebound tap to Montag. 3:25 left in the first quarter. It's a 5-5 game. Corner three misses. Peterson brings it up. Sends it to Wata for a three. That's short. Rebound comes to Jeremiah Brunick. Fired ahead to Hamilton. Hamilton in from the corner. Tied up in the paint and travels. Timeout called by the Pelicans. It's a 5-5 game with 3:01 to go in the first quarter. here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Klamath Union with possession out of the timeout. Bryce Peterson brings it up. Here's Wataw. Wataw looking to drive. Steps back for a mid-range and draws a shooting foul. Wataw was 1 for 2, his first trip to the line. Misses the first one here. Another 1 for 2 trip to the line for Wataw gives Klamath Union the lead again. Pelicans up 6-5, 2:40 to go in the first. Underneath, Brunick passes out to Ibarra for 3. No good. Glidden the board. Grabbed by Peterson. Vanerath. Johnson. Peterson. Vanerath over to Glidden. Glidden looking to Peterson. Now back up top to Wataw. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They go to a cutting Peterson, who kisses it off the glass. Hamilton. Schmerbach. Up top is Finn Charlton. They go to Schmerbach for a left side 3. That one rattles off the rim. Foul on the floor. It's on Henley. 4th of the quarter on the Hornets. No, 5th. And it's the 2nd on Corbin Hamilton. Roland Vanerath will shoot 2 free throws. Vanerath makes the first free throw. Vanerath goes 2 for 2, and now Henley needs a timeout. Hornets trail 10-5, a minute 46 to go in the first quarter. Here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports. Henley with the ball coming out of the timeout. They trail 10-5, a minute 46 to go in the first quarter. Here's Ibarra. In the corner, Carson Sims. Up top to Charlton. Ibarra. Montag in the paint. Misses the floater. Montag fights for the rebound. Tied up with Wataw. The possession arrow points to Henley. Ibarra to inbound. Underneath Wata, or Montag. Montag back out to Ibarra. Corner three, no good. Montag skies for the board. Montag's putback attempt is blocked. He recovers the ball and gets fouled. Some great hustle by the senior in that sequence. Charlton to inbound. Montag sends it to Ibarra. Bounces it to Charlton. They go inside to Brunick, now back outside to Charlton. 1 minute left. Thrown right to Grafton Wata. Easy pick for him. He gives it to Peterson. Dribbles along the perimeter. Wata. Reese Johnson. Vanerath. Peterson in the left corner. Double teamed and tie up. Possession arrow points to Klamath Union. Sims and Ibarra combining to force that one. Vanerath into Peterson. Peterson flips it over to Johnson. He has it slapped out of bounds by Finn Charlton. 36 seconds on the first quarter clock, 13 on the shot clock. Vanerath throws it into Peterson. Peterson bothered, recovers the loose ball. Dribbles into the left corner where he's fouled. So with Klamath Union in the bonus, that'll be 2 free throws for Bryce Peterson. It's also the second foul on Carson Sims. Now, foul trouble played a significant role in the last game between these two teams. Bryson Montag, Carson Sims, and Nolan Mick all fouled out before that final possession, where Henley missed 2 looks at the game-tying 3. Peterson made the first free throw, misses the second. And a foul is called on Klamath Union on the rebound. Finn Charlton brings it up for Henley. Hornets can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Charlton, Ibarra, Montag, back out to Ibarra. 3 for Charlton won't fall. Peterson grabs the rebound. 8 seconds for the Pelicans. Peterson to Vanerath. Drives, puts it up, and in. 13-5, Klamath Union leads after 1 quarter here at Henley. I'm Matt Bowling. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
A contested jumper from Roland Vanerath beats the first quarter buzzer and gives Klamath Union a 13-5 lead at the start of the second. Bryson Montag has all 5 points for Henley so far. Here's Carson Sims sending it to Reese Schmerbach. Montag back up top to Schmerbach. Sims. Looks like it's called for. It's a turnover either way. Peterson across midcourt. Vanerath. Wata. Pass out of the reach of Glidden, out of bounds. This is Montag giving it to Schmerbach. He sends it to Sims. Montag. Sims. Ibarra looking to drive. Gives it to Montag, who puts it up and in. (13-7), Klamath Union leads 1 minute into the second quarter. Here's Vanerath. Up to Glidden. Peterson. Vanerath up top, guarded by Ibarra. Back to Peterson. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Reese Johnson. Vanerath drives, contested floater misses. Ibarra gets the board. Hornets in transition. Sims in the corner. Back up to Schmerbach. Sims open for a three. Too long. Vanerath gets the board. Ahead to Wata. Wata finding a lane and scoring. Wata has 8 points so far. He's outscoring Henley by himself. Schmerbach looking to drive and travels. Roland Vanerath bringing it up. Johnson, Vanerath. Now Wata. Up to Bryce Peterson. Reese Johnson. They continue to swing it around the perimeter. Vanerath to Peterson. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Glidden. Peterson has to pull a corner three. He misses. And it's going to be a shot clock violation as it did not hit the rim. 5:17 to go in the first half. It's a 15-7 lead for Klamath Union. Sims over to Schmerbach. Ibarra. Schmerbach. Inside Hamilton. Back up top to Ibarra for a three. That's no good. Glidden grabs the board. Roland Vanerath to Grafton Wata. He hands it to Peterson. Peterson drives, misses. Johnson the putback. A third try goes. S- 17-7 lead for the Pelicans. 4:28 to go in the first quarter. Sims splashes a three. And those are the first Henley points by someone not named Bryson Montag. Foul at midcourt. Vanerath inbounds to Johnson. Gives it to Wata. Wata guarded by Montag. Wata drives, loses on the way up, gets it back and scores. The speed of Grafton Wata coming into play there. Now a turnover on the other end. Glidden slaps it into the hands of his teammate. Wata, elbow jumper, that won't go. Hamilton for three. No good. Wataw the rebound. Ahead to Vanerath. He's guarded by Ibarra. Off-target pass, but Peterson's able to get to it. He sends it to Johnson. Now Wataw in the corner. Peterson. Guarded by Reese Schmerbach. Peterson tries to send it in. It's tipped out by Sims. Comes back to Peterson. Oh, Sims with the rejection from behind. Schmerbach the other way. To Ibarra. Sims rifles it over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach, baseline drive, misses. Montag tried to get it back. He couldn't do it, but Corbin Hamilton does. Timeout, Henley. They trail 19-12 with 2:50 to go in the second half. Here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
19-12 lead for Klamath Union with 2:50 to go in the second quarter. And the Pelicans have it coming out of the timeout. Grafton Wataw, who's got 10 of his team's points so far, sends it to Bryce Peterson. Peterson, guarded by Schmerbach, gives it to Reese Johnson. They go in the corner to Ryan Glidden. Vanerath. Peterson. Vanerath. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Wataw for three. It's good. Ten-point lead for the Pelicans. 2:06 to go. Brunick. Pass intercepted by Wataw. Peterson gives it right back, though. Schmerbach rejected. Foul on the floor. Looks like it's against Henley. Vanerath to inbound. 1:50 to go. Jason Shue bringing up the court. His first action of the night. Ryan Glidden to Johnson to Vanerath. Bobbled for a moment by Wataw. Wataw floats it to Shue. 10 on the shot clock. Vanerath driving on Ibarra. Baseline bucket. Charlton. Ibarra for three. Rattles in. It's the third three of the game for Henley. As Wataw looks to answer, can't do it. 53 seconds to go. Charlton. Out to Ibarra for another three. That one won't fall. Glidden gets the board. Jason Shue brings it across. About a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock as Vanerath gets fouled. It's the third foul of the quarter on Henley. None for Klamath Union so far. Pelicans can now hold for the last shot of the half. This is Shue. To Wataw. Wataw looking to drive, flips it to Johnson for three. Won't go. Out of bounds, last touched by the Pelicans. I think that was Vanerath trying to get the board. 16.8 on the clock. Montag subs back in for Brunick. Schmerbach. Charlton over to Ibarra. 7 seconds left. Schmerbach looking for space. 2 seconds. Ibarra has to shoot. It goes in. Micah Ibarra with maybe a little spark for Henley to close the first half. Cuts Klamath Union's lead to 24-18. We'll be back with your first half scoring here on mybasin.com, 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Two threes from Micah Ibarra, including a buzzer beater, cut what was a 12-point Klamath Union lead to 6 at the half. Hornets certainly not out of this one, but they have got to find a way to slow down Grafton Wata, who's got 13 points for Klamath Union. He's followed by Roland Vanrath with 6, Bryce Peterson with 3, and Reese Johnson with 2. For Henley, it's Bryson Montag with 7, Ibarra with 6, Carson Sims with 3, and Corbin Hamilton with 2. As we told you in the pregame, significant playoff implications for this game, as the loser would find their hopes severely diminished. So the way it works In 4A, for those who are unfamiliar, the top 2 teams in each conference get automatic bids to the 16-team playoff bracket. Third-place team gets a play-in game against either another third-place team or one of the 2 at-large teams. So Klamath Union currently sitting at 1-4, Henley 0-5. Still 6 more Skyline Conference games to play after tonight for both of these teams. It's going to be hard to get up into the top spot. Phoenix and Mazama both looking very strong in the early portion of Skyline Conference play. Hidden Valley as well. Although those 3 teams will still have a couple more games left to play against each other, so perhaps room to sneak in, climb up the table a little bit if Klamath Union or Henley is able to capitalize off of this win and get some momentum going. As I said, both teams come into this game having lost 5 in a row. Klamath Union's last win was against Henley on January 9th. Henley's last win was against 3A La Pine on January 7th. The Hornets have actually not beaten a 4A team yet this year. They have 3 wins against 3A teams and 1 win against a 5A team. That was at Ashland back on December 13th. Got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the halftime clock. We'll take another break. Second half action on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Start of the second half here at Henley. Klamath Union with a 24-18 lead. Hornets closed the first half on a 6-0 run. Can they keep that momentum going here? Reese Johnson turns it over. Bryson Montag. Ibarra wide open for a three. Bang. Third straight three for Ibarra, and it's down to a 3-point game. Peterson trying to answer. Can't do it. Montag over to Ibarra. Ibarra to Schmerbach. Carson Sims up to Schmerbach. Ibarra. Can he do it again? No. Montag the rebound and the putback. Shot blocked on the other end. Sims recovers the ball. Ahead to Hamilton. Schmerbach for three. That won't go. Here's Wata. Wata to the rack, misses. Ibarra in transition. Bounces it to Montag. Back to Ibarra. Schmerbach. Sims. Sends it off the leg of Peterson and out of bounds. Henley now on an 11-0 run, dating back to the second quarter. Montag. Ibarra. Over to Sims. Into the paint. Montag takes it back. Misses. Loses it on the way up the second time. Here's Grafton Wata. He travels. 5:54 to go in the third. Henley gets the ball back with a chance to take the lead. Here's Charlton. Threads the needle for Montag. Montag off the front of the rim. Gets the rebound, sends it back out to Charlton. In the corner, Hamilton. Three rolls out. Glidden gets the board. Peterson brings it up. This is Kaufman. Top of the key, three. Won't go. Johnson the miss. Rebound sent back out to Peterson, and a foul is called. Sims poked it out from behind and picks up his third foul. He'll check out for Reese Schmerbach as Kaufman will inbound. Peterson. Guarded by Ibarra. Sends it to Wata, who's fouled by Montag. That's the second foul on Montag. And Nolan Mick is going to check in for him. Kaufman to inbound. Peterson. To Wata. Peterson back to Wata. Wata drives through contact. Bucket pops out. He fights for the rebound, puts it back up and in. Just sheer willpower making that happen for Grafton Wata. 3-point lead for Klamath Union. Charlton into Mick. Ibarra! 3 rolls off the rim. 4:35 remaining. Wata for 3. Got it! Well, if you're Klamath Union and you need a big bucket, who you gonna call? They've gone to Grafton Wata on the last 2 possessions, and it's paid off as they're able to extend the lead to re-extend the lead to 6. But Nolan Mick will have a chance to get it back down with these 2 free throws. He misses the first. Mick had 6 points in the first Klamath Union game. He is still scoreless tonight as he gets set for his second free throw. He makes it. 29-24, 4:15 left in the third. Van Rath intercepted by Charlton. Charlton the other way, misses the layup. Peterson, whoa! Much too excited there, looking for Ryan Glidden on the baseline. Schmerbach to Montag. Back up to Schmerbach. Now Charlton. Schmerbach inside. Montag down low. Nolan Mick cashes in. Great find by Montag, and it's back to a 3-point game. This is Peterson. Wata pulls up. Misses the 3. Peterson, the putback won't go. Foul on the rebound. It's against Klamath Union. That evens the foul count at 2 apiece this quarter. It's the second on Van Rath. Reese Schmerbach bounces it to Charlton. Charlton threads the needle to Montag, who sends it over to Mick. Schmerbach back to Montag on the inside. Montag swarmed, but gets the bucket anyway. Hornets within 1. 3:03 to go in the third. Van Rath to Peterson. Wata, guarded by Montag. Over to Peterson. Van Rath. Peterson. He'll drive. He'll score. Inside, Montag on the other end. Blocked by Wata. Peterson. Looking for a lane. Sends it back to Van Rath. Peterson. 2:10 to go in the third. Wata over to Van Rath. Pressured by Schmerbach, over to Reese Johnson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Peterson to Johnson. Throws it up off the side of the backboard. The other way, Montag lays it in. And Klamath Union calls timeout. The Pelicans lead down to 1 again. 1:46 to go in the third. Here on MyBasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports. Bryson Montag had 7 points in the first half. He's now got 6 in the third quarter. Henley has drawn to within 1 of Klamath Union. They trailed by as much as 12. Vanerath picked up by Schmerbach. Throws it ahead to Glidden. Glidden guarded by Hamilton. Finds Peterson. Peterson looking at Wata. Wata fouled. They're going to get Micah Ibarra for that one. It's his second. Third on Henley. Peterson to inbound. Vanerath. Wata. Back to Vanerath. Henley man-to-man here. Ibarra providing pressure. Now Reese Johnson to Bryce Peterson. 15 on the shot clock. Wata. Peterson for 3. Got it. (34-30), 52 seconds left in the third. Schmerbach. Charlton. 3-second violation will give the ball back to Klamath Union. 43.6 seconds on the clock. Ahead to Johnson, nearly intercepted. He throws it right to Montag. Here comes Ibarra. Ibarra to Charlton. Hamilton, Charlton, Schmerbach, Ibarra. They keep swinging around. Now they look to go inside, and a foul is called on Glidden. Going for the takeaway on the pass to Corbin Hamilton. Third foul on Klamath Union, and the third on Glidden. I think Glidden's going to check out now for Dashel Garad. Micah Ibarra getting set to inbound. Open for a 3. Schmerbach can't connect. Ibarra gets the rebound. Hamilton on the other side. Pass to Montag, deflects off his hands. Back to Hamilton, back to Montag. Open for a 3 is now Ibarra. His shot won't fall. Rebound by Peterson. 1 second left. He's going to get the shot off, but it won't find the rim. 34-30 as we head to the fourth quarter. Henley trying to mount a comeback here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Henley with the ball to start the fourth quarter. It's Micah Ibarra to Reese Schmerbach. Sims. Over to Ibarra, around the defense. Back out to Schmerbach, who drives. Oh, what a move by Schmerbach. His first points of the game gets Henley back within 2. Turnover. Bryce Peterson checking back in, replacing Jason Zhu. This is Ibarra. Schmerbach. Carson Sims. Ibarra in the corner. Montag for 3. Won't go. Montag races in to collect his own miss. Gets Henley another possession. This is Sims. Almost intercepted by Wata. Down low. Hamilton. No good off the glass. Vanrath comes up with the board, and he's fouled. He got hit in the face there. It's going to be the third foul on Montag. Vanrath takes a minute to breathe before the inbound. To Reese Johnson. Vanrath drives. Rejected by Hamilton. Montag the other way. Montag's floater rolls in. Tie game. 6:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Wata for 3. It's good. Sims. Schmerbach. Ibarra. Schmerbach had space for a 3. Instead, they send it inside to Hamilton for a bucket. Back to a 1-point game, and we've got a timeout. 6:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
6 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Henley down by 1 against Klamath Union. Both teams badly need this win to keep their fairly slim playoff hopes alive. Vanrath inbounds to Peterson. Here's Tilden Kaufman, handing it to Vanrath. Vanrath finds a lane, sends it off the back iron. The putback is, oh my goodness. Bryson Montag with the swat, but he is called for the foul. He can't believe it. That's his 4th. Two huge free throws here for Roland Vanrath. He made both on his only other trip to the line tonight. Knocks the first one in here. Second one's good. Pelicans restore their 3-point lead. Sims throws it in for Hamilton, out of bounds. It's a turnover. 5:38 remaining. Peterson. To Wata. Open in the mid-range is Glidden. He doesn't shoot it. He gives it to Wata, who whips it back up to Peterson. Peterson hands it to Wata. 15 on the shot clock. Wata, a drive and a foul. Basket doesn't count. It's on the floor. Third foul on Henley. Second on Reese Schmerbach. 5:15 on the clock. Henley only has one more foul to give. Wata for three. Off the back iron, it comes back to him. He drives, he puts it up and in. Five-point lead, 5 minutes to go. Sims. Ibarra. Up top, Schmerbach. Sims. Threads it to Hamilton, who has it ripped away from him. Here's Peterson. Vanerath. Vanerath fouled on the double team. It's on Corbin Hamilton. That's his third. Fourth on Henley. So every Hornets foul going forward will be free throws for Klamath Union. Peterson directing traffic. Drives, pulls up, misses. Rebound out of bounds, Henley ball. 4:20 remaining. Schmerbach. Ibarra. Flips it over to Schmerbach. Feeds Montag. He can't cash in. Rebounded by Glidden, brought up by Peterson. He sends it to Wata. Peterson. Vanerath. Guarded by Ibarra. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Vanerath. Vanerath gets by Ibarra, but Ed Case takes a timeout. Klamath Union 41, Henley 36 with 3:41 left in the fourth quarter. Here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports. .341 left in the fourth quarter. Henley trailing 41-36. Grafton Wata has 23 points for Klamath Union. Tilden Kaufman inbounds it to Bryce Peterson. Here's Wata. Kaufman for three. Bang! His first points of the night give Klamath Union an 8-point lead with 3:20 to go. Sims can't answer on the other end. Peterson. Foul called. It's on Schmerbach. That's his third, and that is going to send Roland Vanerath to the free throw line. Now, Vanerath had 2 points and 6 rebounds in the first Henley game. He's got 8 so far tonight. Could make it 10 here at the free throw line. Makes the first. Misses the second. Glidden gets the rebound. Putback won't go. Another chance is in for Wataw. Three minutes to go. Ibarra buries the three. Much like in the first game, Micah Ibarra keeping Henley in it late. Hornets call timeout. They trail 47-39, 2:52 to go. Here on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Henley down by 8 with just under 3 minutes to go. A loss would drop them to 0-6 in Skyline Conference play. You'd have to think that would all but eliminate them from playoff contention. Kaufman double teamed. Gets it out to Wataw. Wataw to Vanerath. Vanerath bounces it to Glidden. He lays it in. 10-point lead for Klamath Union, 2:35 to go. Ibarra for three. Connects. That's his 5th three of the night. All of his points have come from beyond the arc. Bryce Peterson. Over to Tilden Kaufman. Peterson. Vanerath. Baseline drive. Loses it. Out of bounds. Last touched by the Hornets. Peterson fires up top to Vanerath. Gets it back from him. Peterson, turnaround, no. Hamilton the rebound. Ahead to Montag. Montag fouled. Third foul on Vanerath. Just the first on Klamath Union. 1:47 to go. Montag misses the first free throw. He can still make it a 2-possession game. He makes the second. 6-point game. Henley needs a stop. Montag takes it away. Schmerbach the drive. The foul. 2 free throws coming for Reese Schmerbach. 1:41 to go. That's the first foul on Grafton Wataw. Schmerbach misses the first free throw. Second one rolls in. Henley within 5. Turned over. Montag. It goes. 3-point game. Incredible scenes here at Henley. Klamath Union needs a timeout. It seemed like they all but had the game on ice. But consecutive turnovers have allowed Henley to cut it to 3. Henley trailed 47-39 with 2:52 to go. It's now 49-46 with 1:32 remaining. If the Hornets can pull this off, this is the kind of comeback win that could spark a run. Peterson, guarded by Schmerbach, gets it across midcourt, loses it out of bounds. Henley's going to get it back. Montag off the inbound, gets it to Ibarra. Now Schmerbach. Montag. Intercepted. Vanerath the other way. Oh my. Henley's got to go. Schmerbach. Ibarra. A minute to go. Schmerbach a drive. Won't go. Rebound by Wataw. Gets it over to Peterson. Peterson. Vanerath. Pressured by Schmerbach. Handed to Wataw. He floats it to Kaufman. 15 on the shot clock. Vanerath. Now 10 to Wataw. Peterson. 5 seconds. Peterson a drive. Peterson! 15 seconds to go. Ibarra. They've just got to shoot it. Sims from the corner. It won't go. And Klamath Union survives. They nearly gave the game away. But they hold on for a 53-46 win. They hand Henley their 6th straight loss, snap their own 5-game losing streak, improve to 2-4 in the Skyline Conference, and drop Henley to 0-6. I'm Matt Bowling. We'll be back with your final scoring. Don't go away just yet. We've got a little bit more for you here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
53-46. Klamath Union holds on as Henley nearly mounted an improbable comeback, taking advantage of multiple Pelicans turnovers in the final 2 minutes. But a late turnover themselves proved costly on a possession where they could have tied the game. Taking a look at your individual scoring, Grafton Wataw leading all scorers with 25 points, followed by Roland Vanerath with 11, Bryce Peterson with 10, Tilden Kaufman with 3, Reese Johnson and Ryan Glidden with 2 each. Those are your scorers for Klamath Union. For Henley, Bryson Montag had 18, Micah Ibarra had 15 on 5 threes. Corbin Hamilton had 4. Nolan Mick, Carson Sims, and Reese Schmerbach all had 3. We got one more break to take. After this, we will tell you what's next for both of these teams. Don't go away just yet. Got a little bit more for you here on mybasin.com, 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
All right, coming up next for Henley and Klamath Union, Hornets step out of Skyline Conference play this Friday as they host number 3 Marist Catholic. Meanwhile, the Pelicans stay within Skyline Conference play as they travel to first place Phoenix. We will have coverage of the Henley Marist Catholic games here on mybasin.com. The girls are also hosting the Spartans. So we will have coverage of both games here on mybasin.com. Boys game will also be on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Tune in to Ballin' in the Basin tomorrow on 104.3 and 960 Sports with myself and Josh Eldridge live at 6 on 104.3 and 960 Sports, 6 p.m. that is. We'll be recapping this game and all of the other games that were played around the Basin tonight. We will also be welcoming Oregon Tech baseball interim head coach Ricky Walker into the studio, as well as his top assistant, Kevin Olmstead. Going to be talking some Hustlin' Owls baseball as their season starts this weekend. But that does it for me tonight here at Henley. I want to thank those of you who tuned in. I'm Matt Bowling, wishing you a great rest of your night. You've been watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports.